Now I can talk. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
All right. Let's see. I haven't done anything exciting since yesterday, so unless you have, I don't really have anything to talk about.
Yeah, I haven't done anything since yesterday except, work.
Yeah. I guess I read Fahrenheit 451. I finished 1984 and Fahrenheit 451. Um, on rereading them, they were kind of goofy books, even if they are prominent, well-respected books. Their storylines are kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to figure out what my next book is going to be. I've got a few in my for later section for my library, or for stuff I'll check out from the library.
Animal Farm.
Oh, Sarah got that as an audiobook from the library, and we listened to that recently. That one was really good too. Also, quite goofy, uh, but definitely good. I kind of wish that all three books had kind of talked about a better world rather than just an awful world. But at least for Animal Farm, I know that that wasn't really the point. And I guess it's not really the point with 1984 or Fahrenheit 451 either. And I was talking to my coworker about Fahrenheit 451 and how it didn't talk about a better world at all, but also how it's a lot harder to talk about a better world, and also maintain a compelling storyline as well. Because you'd have to like throw away everything that you've already done and completely start a new story.
Right.
That's not like entirely true, but it's essentially true. Because they are like completely different sections talking about dystopias and utopias.
Yeah. Another dystopian is Brave New World.
That's on my list. So
Aldous
that'll
Huxley.
probably be, yeah, that'll probably be my next book to read through. Because I heard with some of the readings in that were attached to the books, the copies that I got from the library, is that Brave New World takes a different approach than 1984, whereas 1984 is very, the party is very in your face, you will obey, and if you don't, the boot is there to stomp on you as soon as you go to sleep. Because it's always in the middle of the night when they come and get you. Whereas, from what I've heard, because I haven't read Brave New World yet at all, Brave New World takes a different approach where
Yes.
I guess I should probably just go read it instead of talk about like something I don't have any idea of and have just had a cursory glance of.
That's
So
usually the best way to go about it.
yeah, so I'll talk about that more once I have read it. Um, yeah. Um, all right. Books aside, I'm ready for some Sudoku. Are you?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. I guess before we start doing some Sudokus, I should really be doing the YouTube engagement stuff before. So make
There.
sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and share the video. It's supposed to help a lot. There's also a donation link if you are interested in sharing. that would help out a lot too. But yeah, alright. So, first puzzle that we're going to tackle today is Fibbo Night Eye by Crafty Raft.
Sounds like a play on Fibonacci.
Normal Sudoku. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column and 3x3 box. Anti-Knight. No two cells separated by a chess knight's move may share the same digit. Cage. Digits in a cage sum to the cage total in the top left. Odd even. Digits in a gray square are even, and digits in a gray circle are odd. Excuse me. Alright. 55, well that means we are allowing repeats, and that has to happen because that's 9, and that's now 11. And the same thing is going on over here.
1 is already repeated in that.
That's true. This has to sum to 5, and apparently that sees 1, 2, and 3 already, so that's a 4. So that has to be a 1. Squares are even, so this is 2 or 6. It's not a 2 because of the anti-knight rule. Odd, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 1 and 3 and 9. So 1s are here, but this one sees that. 3s are one of those two. Those two. Those two, that one sees. Except I could put a 1 here. This one sees that. Okay, so that solves the one here. So if we look in these here, where's the one in this column? It can't be any of these 3 because they're all seen by this one. That is a 3. This one sees that. And then this one knocks that one out, this one knocks that one out, and that one knocks that one out. So this is left over as a 1. That's a 1. We've got 1s left over in an X-wing. So oh, well, this is 45 and 4. So to get to 55, I need 6 more. It has to be 10 on the outside.
Right.
Fours are one of those two. Well, I know 3s can't be one of these two, so these are actually a 3-4 pair. Because if you look in here where 3s go, they're not there. This 3 knocks those out, and this 3 also knocks those two out. 6 is going to be one of those two. Were 2s. So that 2 knocks those out. This one actually knocks both of those out. So we place a 2 here. And the 3s can't be on this side, so it's one of those two. 5, 7, and 9 can all be anywhere though. So that's not particularly helpful.
But the center digit of box 2 has to be 5, 7, or 9 because it sees everything else.
Sees 8 there. 8 has to be one of these two because in this column, this 8 sees the bottom and everything else is not an 8. So actually, where is 8 in this one? Not there or there, and those aren't 8, so that places an 8 there. The 8's across that way.
Now the 55 that is the F. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits that are the 50. The 30 sums to 39.
Mm-hmm. This 9 is what forces the 9s to be over here, but then this 9 is going to pair with these 3s, give us a 3-9 pair. So this is 5 and 7, and 6, 9, and something else? 2 maybe?
Yeah.
What, 5 and 7 are paired this way?
Now, the cell 9 of box 8 is going to be the opposite of the center cell of box 9.
That's true, because they see each other by night speed. Now this 9, it rules it out of there, so 9 has to be on this side and that side. And I guess this can't be a 9 because it would see all of those. So that makes this an 8-9 pair. And if those are an 8-9 pair, then that's not a 9. We get 9 going across the middle here, and those two rule it out of that. 5, 6, 7. Now, we color these real quick. Red is going to have to go over on this side, so it's going to have to go over on this side as well. One of these two will be red. So if this was red, it would see both. Same with that being red, it would see both. So this has to be red. Can't be either of those two. Twos have to be one of those two. Particularly helpful for there yet, though. Where's blue in this column? Well, we know it's not red. 1 or 3 or 6 or 8. And then that's anti-night. And then this one, anti-night's both of those. So this one ends up being a blue 5-7. And what's left over in this column. 2 and
2,
4.
4.
This one sees 4 and 9. Got a 2, 4, 9 triple remaining, so 2. 2's out of there. Then this one sees that, so 2's have to be over here, so that's a 2 and that's 9. Where are 2's in this box? Well, this 2 takes it off the top. This one takes it out of those 2 and those 2. If I get 2's like that, which makes this a 6, a 9, and a 2, 3 and a 9. Still left with 2's around this board. Now it's left over 1, 3, 4, 6. 1, 3, 4, so that's a 6. 3, 4, 6, so that's a 1. 1, 6. The 3, 4 pair. So 4 has to be one of these 2, and that one rules that one out. So that's going to leapfrog over here. What's left over in this box?
5, 7, 8, 9.
This one sees both of those. So that can't be 5 or 7, so that's an 8. Those aren't 8, so 9. Well, if that's red and blue, then this one has to be our blue 5, 7. 2,
2, 6, and 8.
2, 6, 7, and 3. 2, 3, 6, and 7. Apparently this is a 3 or 6, so it's being a 3. This one's not a 1. Oh, that is. The other last 1. Nines are one of these 2.
Blue's going to have to be 5 because in box 1, blue is on the bottom.
Right.
But it cannot be. It can't be 7 there because it sees the other blue by knight's move there.
5, 7. That means we can get rid of the color. 2, 6, 8, 7.
Okay, so column 3, the part of the 55, that's well, go ahead and you can leave the 1 in there because we have 20 in the outside of that in the F. So those 2 sum to 35. Or those 7 sum to 35, so it's 10 is the sum for the outside.
So that's 2, 8, 4, and 3. And if this can't be an 8, then the top can't be a 2. 6, 7, 8 triple leaves a 2 over here, which is going to go ahead and finish push those off. 9, 6, and 4, I think.
And the 2 in the column removes 2 and 8 from the possibility on the outside.
7, 3. 5, 7, 9 going across. This is a 2. 9, 4, 6. Turn that out to 4. 5, 7, 9. 8.
No, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. That's the 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 4, 6, 9, 6, 8, 9, and we're done. I don't really see the, I mean, I see that we've got an F, an I, and a B, for fib. But I guess I'm not really seeing, I guess 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 80. Well, 89 is a bit of a jump.
Yeah.
It should be, well, I guess you can't do 55.
Right.
But 55 and 34 is 89, so we're just missing 55, which is impossible. So there's the Fibonacci sequence. Nice. And let's see if that's on Logic Masters Germany. It is. Row 8. This is on the easier side.
Oh, 55. That's the cage totals. There's the 55s.
Oh, right.
I saw that up there in note that all given numbers and cage totals are from the Fibonacci sequence 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, and 89.
Apparently this is their second Sudoku as a setter. That's pretty impressive. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was any, like, logic that felt really complicated. I think the most complicated of the logic was, the noticing the value, that the 4 in the branches of the 55 cage here, summed to 20, which left 35 here, meaning the outside of it was a 10. So I think easy is a reasonable difficulty setting for that. Yeah. Alright. Then I already saved that, so I'll leave those open. Alright, so next puzzle is going to be Skiing Through the Fog by El Chiglia. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Help the skier navigate through the fog. The skier starts at the arrow and needs to pass through all gates by crossing all between lines. The path must run orthogonally between adjacent cells and cannot hit the poles, or circles, of the gates. Furthermore, since we are on a steep hill, the path can only go left, right, or down, and never up, and it cannot visit any cell more than once. During his slalom, adjacent cells on the skier's path oscillate polarity, alternating between low and high. The slalom gates act as between lines. Cells along a line connecting the poles, circles of a gate must have values between those in the circles. Each gate is exactly one cell wide. The cell contains only one cell. Additionally, each gate is numbered along the path of the skier starting at 1. One of the two circles must contain that respective number. Along the path, the gates alternate between being red and blue. The grid is partially covered by fog. When a correct digit is placed, the fog will be lifted from the surrounding cells. Cells connected by a white dot contain consecutive digits. Digits in cells connected by a black dot are in a 1:2 ratio. Cells connected by an X must contain digits summing to 10. Alright, that was a lot of rules, but I think we'll be okay. We know that 1 has to be one of these two, and so 2, 3. Well, it can't be a 3, 6 here. So when we've got these dots lined up, it's going to have to be 2, 4, and 8. That's automatically going to give us a 6. And since we can't touch the poles, this one is going to be 1, 2, or 3. It can't be a 2 because of those. So 1 is going to be on one side, and 7, 8, 9 on the other, not an 8. Oh, well that automatically makes this a 3. So let's go ahead. That does not show up very well. Let's go with... And we can never go up, and we can't hit a pole. I think we have to go orthogonally. The path must run orthogonally. So we continue this way. I mean, we had to go there anyway. And this has to be a high digit, 7, 8, 9. And it can never be a 9. And one of these two is a 2. And it can't be that one, so that's a 2. Place our 8 and a 2, and so this is 1 or 3. I guess the other side is going to have to be 8 or 9. We already have an 8, so 9's here. 9's out of those two, and we're left over with a 5. 6
or 7.
Or 8.
8.
Well, it can't go down, and since it has to go orthogonally, it's going to continue this way. Because this digit has to be a low digit, and it's going to have to be a 1. C's 2, 3, and 4. So that's 3. That's a red gate. So that can't be our next gate. We have to go through a blue gate next.
Ah, okay. I couldn't remember about the...
Four, 6, 9, 5, and 8. Have to alternate between high and low. I don't think that'll be an issue, regardless of how we move between those two. But this is going to be fairly difficult to get to if I were to go down, because there aren't any blue gates over here. I would need to come back over here. We know they're one cell wide.
Well, it doesn't say anything about red and blue gates.
There were a lot of rules. Along the path, the gates alternate between being red and blue.
Oh, okay.
So I think our path has to continue to the right, since this isn't our next gate. And if I went down, that would be 6 or 8, so I'd have to go down again. Then I'd have to go this way, but there aren't any gates over here to go through a blue gate. And I'd have to come back here to get to a red gate. And if I go down, I can't get back to here. So, yeah, we have to continue this way. So that's not a 5.
And you can't touch a pole.
So
And you
continue
can't
here.
go up. That's got to be a 2.
Right. So 3 ends up being one of those two.
Well, the
And again,
path has 7, 8, 9.
it's going to
Then
leave a
5.
5 here. That's going to go down. 1, 3, 4. Can't be a 2. And it can't be 3, because that has to be on one of the poles.
Well, and 1 can't
Right.
be.
You can never put 1 on a between line, because then it wouldn't be able to be between. Apparently 6, 7, 8. Well, that's not a 6, 7, 8 triple. There's just got a 3 on it. And that would have made both of those 5 anyway.
Yeah. Row 3, you can place the 1.
1, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3. Okay, good. Didn't forget anything from that row.
And row 1 needs 1, 6, and 9.
That takes 9 out of the middle, which is going to place it here.
Takes 6 off of the circles.
And be there anyway. Well, this has to continue going straight down, and this has to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. 2, 3, 4. Well, this is probably our next gate, which would make this a 4. Well, actually, if we went down, we'd never be able to get here, so this is going to have to be a 4. How 7 got there. And then the only way to get over there is to go left twice. So 1, 4, not a 2, because the 2 up here, and 6, 7, 9, not a 9, because it can never be a 9 on a between line. There's this 9 right here, and this being maximum 8 means I can't put an 8 here on this between line. And then again, the path must continue to the left. Now we have a choice. We don't know which way we go next. But can't put a 5 or a 6 on here, so this has to be an 8, 7, 6, 5. 8s are out, 8's placed. That's not an 8, so that's not a 2. This is low digit, 3. Well, that, you can't go, if I went down, I couldn't go through any of these, so I'm going to have to go left twice. 7 are out, 3 is out, 3 is out from those as well, which makes this 1 fair 4 pair and a 2. And then I can't go around this gate, so I'm going to have to go through this gate. 9, never put a 9 on the between line. This is gate 5. 7, 8, 9. 7. 7 here. And then again, we're going to have to go down. 3 or 4. 3 up here takes 3 out of that. What's left over in this spot? What? Try placing those digits? Maybe not. 1, 4, 2, 3. This is an 8, and that's not 6 and 7. That's 1 or 4, so I can't put a 7 here. Oh, I need to put 5 on one of these two, but this line can't have a 5 in any of those. So 5 has to go on these two, so 5's out, 5 is in. I don't think it's possible to get to here, unless I go left, or excuse me, down and right. Because if I went this way, I would be locked out from this square. Although I guess it's still technically possible to go around this way. But those 3 would still be guaranteed. So one of these two has to be 6. Left over in this column. 1, 2, 5, and 3. These two can't be 4. This cannot be 4 or 9. And 6 gets taken out of all the rest.
Well, since the 7, 8 is what's going to be on the line, and the 6 has to be on the circle, then you can't have 4 on the other side, which places the 4 in the column.
And I can't do 6, 7, but I could do 6, 8. And 5 is out, 4 and 6 is out. 2, 8, 3, 7, 1, and 9.
And the line is going to have to go through between the poles.
Right. 3, 4. 3 and 4 are out because of our 2, 4 there.
Five can be placed in column 6.
I'm about to be impressed that I don't know.
What?
I, my brain registered something as like being correct when we placed the 5 and it cleared.
Oh.
But not that the 5 was correct, but like this line here that I placed was correct.
Oh.
Which doesn't make any sense now that I'm thinking about it, so I don't really know what I was excited by it. But I can't go to a 5, I can't go up, and I can't go back to the left, so I must go right. 6, 7, 8, 9. What am I missing? 6, 7, 8, 9 means we've got a 1, 2 pair there, which is going to give us a 7, 3, 8, no 8s, and that's going to have to be a 7, 6, 9, and 8, 6, not an 8, not an 8.
Well, that last blue one has to have 7 on it, so it's going to be 7, 8, 9. Oh no, I guess 7 would have to be the low or the high digit on it.
Yeah. So we have to go through here. 7's one of those two. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it can't be a 1 because it's between lines. So that's 2. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4.
So the outside is 1 and 7.
7, 1, 5. And apparently that's the end. 5, 6, 7, 8. The 5 and 6 are out right there. And, well, we cannot do 1, 2, 4, or 8 on here. So this is a 3, 6 pair. That's 3, that's 6, that's 8, that's 9. Left over 1, 7, 6, 9 over here. So now this has low digits on both sides, so it must go down to connect to the 6.
Row 6 just needs an 8.
2, 3, 6, 8.
Well, 4, 5, and 7 are what's left.
That's 5, a 4, and a 7. This
Column 3 needs a 1.
2.
Column 8 needs a 5. 4 and 6 are what's left in column 9 in that order. 2 and 8 in box 7.
2, 2. Ta-da! Column 8 followed by row 8. Row 8. Nice. That felt fairly easy-ish. I guess these gates are a bit tricky, so maybe on the low end of average. Maybe on the high side of easy. I'll go ahead and submit that way. But yeah. Alright. Then, next puzzle. Schrodinger's Foggy Rationale by GDC. The grid is partially covered in fog. Placing correct digits reveals clues in the surrounding 3x3 area. Normal Schrodinger rules apply. Place the digits 0 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. 2 of the digits will have to share a Schrodinger cell, S cell. Each row, column, and box contains exactly 1 Schrodinger cell. and Schrödinger cells count as the sum of their digits for all clues. Digits joined by a black dot are in a 1-to-2 ratio, i.e., one is double the other, and not necessarily all dots are given. So that's fun. So, how do we go about this line? Even if I start at 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, I think that's the only way that works. That would only have one Schrödinger cell. Yeah, because otherwise I'd have to get to 32 if I started with 2, and it's definitely not going to work if I start with 3, so so that would be 179. 2, 8, and 4. Now, you can't put a 0 on any of these dots. A 0 on its own. So
right.
That's a 0. Now, this could be 1 or 16, in which case this is either a 2 or an 8.
Yep.
What else is missing from this box? 3,
5, and 6.
5. Well, you can't put 5 in either of these two. So this one's going to have to be the 5. So this is 10.
And it's a
Can't make 20.
Schrödinger.
Yeah. So that's blue, so this one makes those two an 8. 1. 1 and 4? Well, wait, hold on. Because I could have Schrödinger cells over there. This is 10, which is either 3, 7 or 4, 6. Okay. Well, I could have 1, I could have 4, or I could have 1, 3. So that's not 4. I guess I could still have 0, 4.
Right. Well, we know the 0 in here is by itself. So 0's ruled out of there. It's not on the Schrödinger cell, and it can't be either of those two, and it can't be either of those two. That gives us a 0 here.
And now none of those are Schrodinger cells. And they can't be 3, 6. So they're 1, 2, 4, 8. This isn't a Schrodinger cell. 1, 2, 4, 8. This cannot have a Schrodinger cell on it. I guess this one could be, but the ends can't be. But I'm not sure. Well, I know I can't put 3, 6 on these, because that would break this. This has to have a 3 or a 6 on it.
Right.
So, knowing they're normal and they can't be 3, 6,
Well,
they're
the
1,
one
2,
in
4.
box 4 is going to have to be 4 and 8.
So
that's now 3, 7.
2.
And the other Kropke in box 4 is a 1, 2.
Right.
8 goes away.
Now, this still can't be a 1, because you can't make 2 on a Schrodinger cell, except for being 0, 2. So you can't do 1, 1.
Right.
So it'd have to be 0, 2, and I already have a 2 in that. So that's not a 1. This can be a Schrodinger cell if I make it 16 again. If this was a 4, that would be 8. I could do 8, 4, and 2. Well, I know one of those two is 1. And if one is 1, then the other is 2, so that can't be a 2. Because you can't do 1 and 4. So if this was a 4, and that an 8, four, 8, 4, 8. So this it would just simply have to be a Schrodinger cell that sums to 8, which you could do 1, 7 or 3, 5. Well, I've already used up both 3 and 7. So this has to be 6 and 9. So then
That's got to be 1, 2. Or it could be, because you're left with 1, 2, and 3, and 7.
and we don't know where the Schrodinger cell is,
Well,
but I don't know if I could use 3 or 7 on there.
you could have 1, 3 together along with 2.
Right. I almost want to put a 7 there, but I don't know how we're supposed to mark the Schrodinger cells.
Four, 5, and 6 is what's, or 4, 5, and 8 is what's left in row 6.
One, 2, 3, and 7, 4, 5, and 8. Well, I guess regardless, this has to be a Schrodinger cell. And it's either 7, 9, or 16, or it's something that sums to 8. You can't make it out of 4, because it would have to either be 0, 4, not allowed, 1, 3, which would break this.
Why does that one have to be Schrodinger's?
Because if this is an 8, that can't be a normal 4. And if this is a 4, that can't be a normal 2 or a normal 8. So that is a Schrodinger cell.
Right, yeah.
Which means none of those can be Schrodinger cells. So 0 comes off there.
3 comes off.
Right. So this is going to have to be 1, 4. And now 8, 4, meaning this has to be 7 and 9. This also has to be 8 and 4. 4 comes out of that one. It's either 2 or 8. Or it could be more ridiculous if it's Schrodinger. How about 0 in this? Can't be over there. Those aren't 0. Those aren't 0. That already sees a 0. So that's a 0.
Well, the last Kropke in row 3 has to be a 3, 6.
Right. This is then forced to be a 5. You can't put a regular 9 on a regular
Right.
Kropke dot. So that's a 6. 3 is 6. No, that has to be either 1, 2 for 3. But we know that this one is, so this is a regular 7.
Or it sums to 12.
Yeah. So it's going to be something.
Well,
Although,
let's see. It can't be 3, 9. It can't be 4, 8, or 5, 7. So yeah, it's going to have to
be 1, 2. But this has to be 2 and 4, doesn't it, to use the Schrodinger cell?
Yeah.
So
That one's the 1, 3.
yeah. Meaning this is a regular 4 and a regular 8 and a 5. And this is either, well, it has to be a regular 4.
Yeah.
Be a regular 2 or regular 8. There's a 2 there, so that's a regular. So then this, and it can't be 1, 3, so it has to be another 7, 9. That's a regular 3, 6. Well, I guess I don't know if that's a regular value. This has to be 2 or 8. It has to be regular for multiple reasons. Left over in this column. 6, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 9. And this is both 1 and 2, so 1 and 2 is out. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 9. That 7 fixes those. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't put a regular 0 on a black crocodile. Well, if that was a 2, that would have to be 1 or 4, which is not going to work with 3 or 6, so this is going to have to be a 6. This is either 3 or 12. And if it's a 3, it's a regular 3. There could be lots of ways for it to be 12. 4 is one of those two.
Well, either way, going back to the Kropke duck in box 8, if that's either 3 or 6, or 3 or 12,
Right.
which means going up has to be 6.
That's true. This is a regular 1 or 2, and this is a regular 1, 2, or 4. But there's a 4 over here already, so that's 1, 2. And this is also regular 1, 2, or 4. This is either 3, 3, 9, or 5, 7. Where's 1 and 2 in this box? Well, it's not on the bottom row for multiple reasons. It's not in the middle row because the Schrodinger cell takes it out of both, and this 1, 2 pair takes it out of there. So those are a 1, 2 pair. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 7, and 9. This isn't a 0. Zero. Oh, this is a 3, so that's not a 3. So what's left over in this column? 4, 8, 3, 7, 5, and 1, 2 pair. That's 0, 6, or 9. Except the top one of these two can't be a 9 because of the 7, 9 over there.
Well, and nope, never mind.
One, 2, 6, 4, 0, 5, 3, and 0. This one is neither 7 or 9. 7, 9 makes that a 6 and a 9. Takes out a 6, takes out a 9. So 1, 2 pair. So 1, 2, 7, 9, 6. Oh, 0, 6 pair makes that a 9. And 9 has to be one of those two. Where's 0 in here? It's not there. Can't be there. Now, it's in that column, but helpful. Well, about these. 0, 5, 8, 7, 9. These two can't be 1, 2. That can't be 2 or 1. That's not a 4.
3, 4, 6 triple.
That's true. So that's not a 4. We get a 1, 2 pair. This is regular, but that could be Schrodinger. Three, 6 pair makes that 0, makes it 5, makes it 0, makes it 6, makes it 3, 6, not a 6. 0 is out, 0 is placed, that's a 7. Those aren't 7s, which means this can't be a 7 and a 5. It's a 2, that's a 0, that's a 1, 2, 2, 1, not 6.
Okay, box 7 needs 2, 6, and 8. So it looks like that 6, 8 is probably the Schrodinger.
They can't be.
Oh, right.
Either,
okay, so it's
well, it
6
can't be the
or 8.
7.
So the 2 is the 2 and something with the Schrodinger.
Yeah. Which means our Schrodinger is one of those two. And one of those two. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just whether or not that is. But since we know that this is regular. And a that 3, 4, 5 triple means a 2, 6, 8 triple, and this can't be 2 or 6. So 8, 6, 3. That's not just a... Oh, but that can't be just a 2. So I messed something up. Three, 4, 5. 0. 3, 4, 5. 1. And the 2 that is over here, I guess also there. 9 takes 9's out. This isn't a 6. This can't be a regular 7, but then that is still available.
So the 7 is just a 7.
Right. So we know this is a 2, but it's also a 6 or an 8. 7, 9, 0, 1, 2. This isn't 3 or 4, this was a 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, not helpful. This is either 3, if this is a 12, it would be 3, 9, can't be 4, 8, it can't be 5, 7. But it could still be a regular 3. But it's going to have the 3 in it regardless. That's 4 and 8. That's 2, 6, so that's an 8. Not a 4. Is a 4. 5,
Well, and
6.
since the 3 has to be in that 3, 9.
Yeah.
Then in box 7, that 3, 5 becomes just a 5.
5 and 3. And then this is with the only spot a 0 can go still, so that's a 0.
Right.
3 and 5. So then that is the Schrodinger cell. That is the Schrodinger cell. 3 and 4. What's left over? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, that's not a Schrodinger cell then.
The only spot that can be.
Well, maybe the 0 in box 8 is the Schrodinger cell.
It could be a 0, 9.
Right.
And that would be a 3.
But then...
And then that would place a Schrodinger cell here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 is out. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. And then that's a 5, a 9, 7, and 4, 8. That was kind of tougher. All digits within Schrodinger cells, lowest digit first, top row to bottom row. I do.
Let's not make it complicated at all.
I didn't like that at all. Okay, well, I guess here's what I'm going to do. Pull that one out. Spoilers. Let's do 4, 8, 1, 2, 7, 9. 371379097996. Submit. And like that. It did! Yay! Congratulations, you solved the puzzle. It was a very nice puzzle. I guess I kinda wanna put hard on that one. We didn't we got through it in less than 30 minutes. But that doesn't necessarily mean the puzzle was on the easier side. I don't generally use time to measure the difficulty of the puzzle. Because these property dots, are not easy necessarily, especially with the addition of the Schrodinger cells that add extra possibilities. The break-in is fairly straightforward, especially since it's a fog puzzle, so you're sort of forced to look in specific places. But yeah. I'm gonna go with hard. Hard seems reasonable to me. It's a little higher than most people are marking that, but it's okay. Alright. Next puzzle is going to be Thermodot by Full Deck and Missing a Few Cards. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Along thermos, digits must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip. Digits in the same relative position in different boxes cannot be the same. Digits separated by a white dot form a consecutive pair. So the relative position means if I put a 1 here, I can never put a 1 here, 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 or here. That's not allowed. Although, these are obvious. So these 4 are where it's actually ruled out by the constraint. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I guess the same restrictions are going to be happening over here. And if these we know are consecutive, I know this one's larger, so I know this one has to be smaller. So then this cannot be a 5, because if it was, that would have to be a 4, and that would have to be a 4. So 5 is out, 4 is out, and 6 is out, 7 is out. Somehow I messed this up. 4 is out, but 6 is still a possibility. It either goes 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 8. This cannot be a 6. Not a 5, not a 4, not a 3. Five, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. So I know 6 and I know 7 are guaranteed. Now these are 3 different values. which I guess means that this has to be minimum 4. 7, 8, 9, be 4, or be 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. And now 6 has to be one of those two, so that's not a 6. And okay. So where do we look now? Well, I know one of these two is going to be a 3, which is then going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One of these two is a 7. If this was a 3, you would get 7 and 8 here if we rule those out of those. But this already can't be a 7, which would force an 8. Because if this was a 7 and that an 8, that would be broken. Loud noises from outside. Both room. They keep going through. Oh, it's being picked up. Just barely being picked up. And actually, the noise gate on the stream might not even be picking it up. Or might be suppressing it, rather. If that's the 7, then you get a 5, 6 pair there. How does this stuff interact? Like, I see those two overlap with those two. I guess they also overlap here, but that's not really relevant.
Yeah, the only ones that actually overlap in are the center digits.
Yeah. Which is how I knew that this couldn't be 1, 2, or 3, because those three have to be. Well, if I look in this box, where does 1, 2, and 3 go? Well, that's a 1, 2, 3 triple. This is minimum 4, and those just continue to increase. So this is a 1, 2, 3 triple.
So that's 4.
Right. 4 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7's out. 8 is out.
Okay. Boxes 1 and 6 have the same or overlap in cell 3. So 5 is out there.
So that can't be a 4 or a 3. 1, 2 pair of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 and 6 are out. 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7. And if that's a 1, 2 pair, then that's 3. Those two
Okay, well,
are the.
I'd say the center digits of the other boxes are 4, 5, 7, 8, 9.
Well, none of those can be 7 because of this, so that forces that to be 7. It's 4, 5, 8, 9. That's not me. But I know I have 8 and 9 in here. Isn't super helpful, so. Yeah. Left over in this row. Well, I know 3 is one of those two.
1, 2, and 3. And the column 9 is 1, 2, and 6.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 9. And now, this one can't be a 5.
You can't have 8 in cell 9 because there's already an 8 in the cell 9.
8. 8's not allowed here. 7 not allowed there. 6, 7, 9. Not enough. 9's ruled out of those. 8 out of these. 7 out of those. 6 out of these ones. 5 out of those. 4 out of the middles. Ones. 6, 7, 9 triple here. We're getting close with the 1, 2, 3. But what can I do in the bottom right corner? Or, excuse me, bottom left corner. 6, 7, and 9 are out. 5 and 8 are out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 triple. So 4 is one of those two. Where can I put... Oh, I was about to ask, where can I put 9 in the top right? Oh, no, I can't put 9 in the top right. It's already there. What can I put in the top right? 9 and 5 are out. I guess maybe this isn't super helpful. Yeah, I'm going to say it's not helpful. Get rid of that.
Alright, column 2. The two blank spaces can have 4, 5, 6, 8, 9.
9 of 5.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't help.
4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not even enough there. 4, 5, 6, 8. No. Five has to be one of those two. 3, 4, and 9. But we don't have 3 or 4 there. That gives us a 1, 2, 9 triple. Takes a 9 out of this. 2, 9. 6, 3, 4. Out of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. 5 is out. Left middle is not super scripted yet.
All right, highlight the bottom center in each box, please.
Four and 7, 8.
Yeah, it's not helpful.
One, two pair takes 1 and 2 out of there. And now, where can 1 and 2 go in this box? Obviously there, not 3, 4. That can't be 1, 2, that can't be 1, 2 because of the 1, 2, 3 triple here. This can't be 1 or
Right.
2 because of the 1, 2 pair there. That's too high up this thermo. And we've got a 1, 2, 9 triple that takes it out of there. So this has to be our 1, 2 pair. 6 comes out, and we get a 6 down here somehow.
Oh, highlight the bottom left. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6, 7, 9. Okay, never mind. You already knew that.
Although one of those two has to be 9, so this can't be.
Wait a minute, so where's 9 in that row?
These two.
Oh, right. Never. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I was.
Nine. This group has to have 8 and 9 in this set of 3. So the 9 is out of there. So if I look in bottom middles, I have 4 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. That's a 9 somehow. I guess I could look at this row. Where can 9 be? Can't be there, or there, or there. I just ruled it off of that one. That one couldn't be a 9 because it had to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. 6, 7, 9 set, so that can't be it. That's too far. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 8, and this can't be a 7, or, can't be a 6 either. Nine, 7, 6. Seven, 6. 9's out of those. He is out of those two. Right, middle, and 3, 7, or 6. That's our no. Top right can't be a 5. Where's 9 in this column? Not down here. And it can't be either of those two, or either of those two, and it can't be there because of the 9 in the bottom left corner. So that's a 9 and an 8. And now my 8 in the centers has to be up here. 5, 8 pairs in place 9.
6, 7 pair, yeah. And box 9, the 8 can't go in center left.
4, 5, 6 triple makes that an 8, and 5, and 8, 7, 6, 7, 9. Coming in out. 4, 5, 6, 9. That's not helpful. 6. No. That's not a 5, that's not a 5, none of those are 7, that's not a 6. And bottom right can't be a 6 because of here.
7 can be placed in box 5.
Box 5, 7. Pulled out, pulled out, pulled out. And that's not a 7. That's a 7.
There a reason? Was there a
1,
reason
2, 3,
7
4.
was ruled out from bottom left in box 5?
Because of the bottom left corners.
Right. Okay. Yeah. 6, 7, 9. Okay.
4 is one of those two. Where's 8 in this row? It's not here, it's not here, it's not 7, and that 8 was up there, so there's an 8. 3, 4, 6.
I guess we need to place 8 in box 7.
8's up there, 8's up there, not there, not there. It's 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 are out.
Not all the 7s, 8s, and 9s. No.
7s. 7s are good. 8s are good.
9s, no.
But they're just X-winged.
Right.
I guess they're not X-winged, they're saltfish. Unsurprisingly, across the same row, middle row of these 3 boxes. Six, 7, 8. 8. 6 is right. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, not helpful.
There's a 5 in the bottom center, so in box 4. Cannot be 5.
6. 7 there. Now we get our 1, 2, 3 triple in the bottom middle. 4, 5, and 6. 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so that's not particularly helpful. Three has to be one of those, so three's out of this set.
Although the one, no.
One, two, three, four. This is a 6. Seven, 8, 9. So where's 6 in this group? It's neither of those two. Can't be that one or that one. That's too small on the thermo, so that's a 6. They say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 5 pair. Places a 9 and a 6. 2 and a 1. 1 here. 1's out of those. Not a 1, not 1. If those are 3. I think that has to be 3. 3, not 3. These aren't 4, not a 5. These two aren't 3. Out of those, 5 out of those. This is a 2 over here, 1 there, not 1s. Here's a 1. Those aren't. This isn't a 3, nor is it. This one, not a 4, neither is this one. That's a 2, 5, 1. 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 2, not 2, 1 and 4, so not a 2, 4, 5, 9, 1, 1, 5, 4, that's a 6, not a 1, those aren't 2s, that's not a 5, but then that set is done. This 4 rules that 4 out, so that's a 3, 4, 3s are out, 4 is out.
Bottom right corner has a 2, so in box 4.
1, 2, 1s are out, 2s are out, 9, 4, 1, 5, 9, 4. Not a 1 is a 1. 2, 3 pair places a 5. This 2 again has impact. And we're done. Thermodot. Like this one. Get row 5. Column 5. That was a fairly difficult puzzle. Seeing this was definitely really important. This 1, 2, 3 from the 1, 2, 3 here. Because that led to this chain being done, I think. At least incredibly helpful over here. Yeah, it was definitely a really finicky puzzle. I don't know if it would definitely take like somebody who doesn't like do these types of puzzles frequently, it would definitely take them a lot longer. But I don't know if there's any particular like there wasn't a lot of thermo rules of like I only remember one time being over here like this can't be a 7 because if this was a 7 then that would be an 8 and that would break this over here.
Yeah.
So aside from that, I don't know if it was necessarily that much adding to the complexity of the puzzle. It's just really finicky, which takes longer time-wise. I think I would actually go with average on this one, maybe on the higher end of average. But it definitely takes some time to look through and see where things have effect. I think this was actually rated hard by most people. And it's definitely a tricky puzzle. I just don't know whether or not complexity-wise it is hard. I don't know. I could be overthinking that. It is almost 10, so we are not going to have time for diamond mining today. So that should be all of the puzzles, so copy that, put those into the description here. Save that. And, yeah, that should be all of the things. So, switch over to the top of the screen. Remind everyone to do all of the fancy YouTube engagement stuff like liking, commenting, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, and sharing the video. Helps a lot. And outside of that, if you want more Sudoku, those are on Mondays and Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you want other games or other content, they will appear. I know I'm playing Outward on Saturday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Otherwise, I will eventually start Final Fantasy VI. The Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, Rebirth, just got announced to have a Steam release date, so I will be getting that soon, and I will probably play through the Remake Part 1 and Rebirth on stream after I play Final Fantasy VI, because I'm really excited for Part 2 of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So I need to make sure I play through Final Fantasy VI as I committed to doing that. And outside of that, I will probably do a politics stream this week. So if you're interested in that, that will be here sometime. And then outside of that, I don't have anything else to say. Mama, is there anything you wanted to talk about before we sign off?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
All right. In that case, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.